What's up guys, my name is Curtis and welcome to 5 Minute Finance, where I take personal finance topics and explain them to you in 5 minutes or less. Everyone out there wants to learn how to become an expert investor. This is especially true when you're just starting out and don't have a whole lot of experience investing. I myself wanted to become an expert as well. Unfortunately, this can often lead to a bunch of Googling of things like, how do I become rich through investments? What's the best investment with minimal risk and insanely massive returns? Should I buy this speculative penny stock in hopes of tripling my money in a year? Should I put my money in Bitcoin or real estate these days? To be honest, if you're a new investor and you're asking yourself these questions, that's a good thing because you're at least focused on trying to improve your overall financial situation. The problem is there's no one-size-fits-all answer to these types of questions, and you're definitely not going to become a master investor overnight by simply reading some articles that you found on Google. There's only one way that I know of in which you can become an expert investor who's extremely comfortable with where you put your money. And that is to, if you haven't already, start investing and continue to invest throughout your entire life. The only way to become a master in anything is to continually practice doing that thing in the right way. If you want to learn how to be really good at sports, you need to play sports a lot. If you'd like to learn how to design rocket ships, you need to study, learn, and gain experience over the course of many years. It's not something you just learn overnight by searching on the internet. With anything in life, to get really good at it, you have to practice it, and the same goes for investing. And although I don't believe anybody can become a perfect investor, even Warren Buffett admits he makes mistakes all the time, the more time and money you put into your investments, the better you will become. There's no way to know whether individual stocks, index funds, mutual funds, Bitcoin, real estate, or what have you is right for you unless you actually take some of your hard-earned money and spend the time to put that in investments. It's also important to note that most people say practice makes perfect, but in reality, what I like to say is practice makes permanent. If you practice something wrong enough times, the wrong way becomes second nature and you'll be doing it wrong the rest of your life. So when it comes to money, if a certain investment stream isn't panning out how you wanted to, you either need to stop investing in that field altogether or change the way in which you invest so that it becomes more lucrative. For example, I recently purchased a rental property, and I now know, looking back, that I could have saved some money on some random fees and expenses here and there. And even though the investment is still looking like I'm going to get quite a good return, I know next time to avoid some of those fees for even higher gains. Now, if you guys did click on this video looking for either a starting point or a way in which you can become an expert investor, I'll give you this piece of advice, and I'm by no means a financial advisor, so do with this information what you please. When you're just starting out, low-cost index funds are your best friend. They're extremely cheap, and they mimic exactly what the market is doing. As you gain more assets and your net worth starts to increase, you can dabble in some other fields as well. Things like individual stocks, real estate, maybe even cryptocurrency if you're into that kind of thing. But don't go putting a bunch of money into speculative assets unless you have a solid foundation of index and mutual funds built up first. Those are kind of the steps that I followed, and although I currently don't hold any individual stocks or cryptocurrency, all my money is in index funds and real estate, this process has helped me dramatically improve my financial position over the past 4 to 5 years or so. So again, if you're looking at how to become an expert investor, in my opinion, there's only one way to do it, and that is to go out and start investing. If you guys enjoyed this video, it would really help me out if you gave it a thumbs up, and if you're new around here and want to see more personal finance videos in the future, click on this globe right here to subscribe, and as always, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos.